My name is Ndegwa Wahome, and I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. And I have seen in circulation a lot of stories about the death of the world champion, Marathoner Kamau Wanjiru. And we are here with the wife, Njeri. And what I would want to say is that I've been acting for this family for the longest time possible before the sad demise of Kamau Wanjiru. And maybe what I would want to say at the outset is that as the court has confirmed, the death of Wanjiru was a very sad and unfortunate accident. And I think the court has said as much. And most importantly, the court has also pointed out that maybe those people around the mother to Kamau had other motives than seeing justice being dispensed from the death of Kamau Wanjiru. And plainly speaking, and I'm known to speak very plainly on issues, is that whatever is causing a lot of commotion surrounding the death of Wanjiru is purely the issue of property. From the time he died, the people who would have been the main suspects, that is Jane Duta and the watchman who were with him when he died, have never been treated as suspects. But the mother and those other her friends have tried to fix Jerry, knowing that if Jerry would become a suspect, she would be disinherited from the estate. And that has been the main agenda for the mother and that team. And because they know, and they must have been advised, that Section 96 of the Law of Succession Act is very clear that if you are suspected of murdering someone, you are treated as if you died one day before the person who you have killed, and therefore you cannot benefit from that estate. That is where they wanted to put Jerry. But unfortunately, we came in. For me, I was there for a few years during the inquest. Issues were raised. My learned colleague, Mr. Mathiagi Kuju, came in. And the reason why I was disqualified from the proceedings, because they said that I am a potential witness, that they needed me to write a statement and explain my issues. But because they know there are no issues to be explained by myself, I offered myself to write a statement and to testify in the inquest. Nobody approached me. Even their own lawyer, Mr. Ufiu, I was reminding them every day, you are to send some people to come and write a statement from me about the estate of Kamau Wanjiru. Because for me, they were not interested about how he died. They were interested about the properties. So when I told them to come and take statements from me, they could not take any statements from me. And the other issue that has caused a lot of issues with the mother to the Kamau Wanjiru is that I handled the estate of the deceased. And the court found that the true beneficiaries of that estate is Teresa Jerry and her two children. That one left a very bad taste in her mouth, that she tried to inherit from the estate. I was able to present a case that the people who needed Kamau's property were not her mother, who had her own properties, but Jerry and her children. And the High Court in Nakuru decided as much. So these are the issues about mismanagement of the estate by Ndegwa Wahome. They are clearly without any basis. There is no evidence to that value. She's talking about 66 million that we are in a safe. I can confirm to you that the safe, I was there. She called me, Kamau called me when the safe was being taken away by the police. And the issue was that the police thought Kamau had guns in his house. So when they came to collect the safe, both of them called me, and I accompanied the police and both of them to the police station. The safe was opened. There was no gun, there was no money, there was only the title deeds, travel documents, and other issues. Where the mother to Kamau is getting 66 million is pure hallucinations without any basis. I wish Kamau had such kind of money, because at that time, and the correspondences are there, I was speaking with his manager in Italy, Federico, to at least send us some money because of the matters we had in court. Kamau needed some money. The family needed some money. They did not have any money. It is through me that I requested for 2 million from his manager in Italy. He wanted to send the money to me, only that I did not run a dollar account. So I told him, just send the money to Kamau's account. I don't know how to handle him. I knew how to handle him. And therefore, when the money came in, I told Kamau, travel from Eldoret, come, we get that money. I had already lent him about 600,000 out of the 2 million. And there were some other debts that were to be sorted out with some people here in town. So Kamau traveled from Eldoret. He told me he was on the way, and he told me even Jerry or both of them would come to the office the following day because Jerry was coming to collect her vehicle, the Toyota Mark II, because she was to go with it back to Gong, where she was staying. So, and we agreed, let us meet tomorrow in my office. Only later at night to hear that Kamau is no more. And the other issue is there is that talk that there was even that 4 million that was given by Kibaki. Actually, only Athletic Kenya gave, I think, 100,000 shillings for the funeral. Athletic Kenya. The government of Mwai Kibaki never gave a coin. And there are the accounting officers who are in Kibaki's government. They can go and confirm that. So I think we are being dragged through the mud, and I think fighting with a pig can be quite a tall order, because you have to answer to issues that are completely bordering on the absurdity, on the absurd. Otherwise, I would want to say that as the lawyer for Marathoner Kamau Wanjiru and his family, I've done the best for that family. And even now, I'm discovering some new properties. Like now, I've discovered a property that was transferred in 2016 when Kamau was not alive. And I notified her. And I'm following up that property for her. It's a man of means in this town. I have written to the RAD registrar. RAD registrar has told me there is no document to show how that transfer happened. In any event, how could it happen in 2016 when Kamau died in 2011? So I'm pursuing the property of Marathoner Kamau Wanjiru for the benefit of Teresa and her children. And her mother is not anywhere in my precincts because I don't think she needs the wealth of Kamau Wanjiru. Kamau Wanjiru had already given her whatever she was entitled to, and he had made it very clear to me. I have settled my mother, and I have given her another house where she can get her rents to sustain herself. Why she would want to come in and intrude into the estate that belongs to Teresa and Wanjiru and Njoroge is quite a fallacy. And unfortunately, even some uncles to Njoroge, some uncles to Shiro, the other people helping their sister to try to steal the property of this vulnerable widow and her children. But I will not allow that one. And as of now, the estate of Marathoner Kamau Wanjiru is properly and firmly in the hands of Teresa and her children. And I have no apologies to make about that. And if any matter arises, I'm ready, and I will stand up and defend this family. Maybe a word of caution. I have treated that lady, I thought she was disturbed because of the death of her son. But I think she has crossed the red line. And I am throwing a warning to her that surely she will answer to questions of SRADA, of libel, and defamation. And she will see Ndegwa Wahome very soon going for her. I will not allow her. I will not allow her this leverage. You cannot allow this to continue. She knows what happened. She knows Kamau died a natural death. She talks about blood that was found there. There was no blood. It was purely paint, which was taken to the government chemist and confirmed it was not blood. The CCTV she is saying that was destroyed, we confirmed the same morning. We watched that CCTV in the bedroom of Kamau with the police, with her, with the uncles, with the aunts, everybody. And we confirmed camera number 2 and number 8 had malfunctioned long time ago, and even Kamau was aware of that. Therefore, this is a straight and plain case of an accident, but the mother to Kamau and the people around her, encouraging her, they are trying to get a foothold into the estate of Teresa, to threaten her, to intimidate her, and try to get a hold into that estate. That one we can assure them. Unless she consents to that, that estate is for the benefit of Teresa, is for the benefit of Wanjiru, is for the benefit of Njoroge. And if I would ever hear a complaint by Teresa or Njoroge or Wanjiru, I would be very concerned. But when it is shouting from the world by the mother, I'm least concerned. But again, I caution her. And it's not a caution, it's a notice that she will answer to those allegations against the person of Ndegwa Wahome. As an advocate of the High Court, as a person, and as I say, Ndegwa Wahome is as white as cotton. And I will not allow a woman who has lost direction to come and besmirch my name. Yes, I was there. Actually, I went through about 17 witnesses. When we were coming to the 18 witnesses, when the real witnesses, when it came to me cross-examining them, because they knew I had the grasp, the finer details of the entire episode, they raised a question that I should not participate, that I'm a potential witness. So I know the whole topography of the inquest. And therefore I added to Mr. Madea to continue with it. He was in my office, so he knew our dealings with the Kamau and with the family, so it was very easy for him to come in. And what I can say is that the evidence is very clear that actually it was an accident. And there was a reason why Kamau jumped. Because previously, Jerry had reported him to the police. We had a case that was running in court about threatening her with a gun. So when she found that, again, she has found him in such a situation, in fear, she completely evacuated from the compound. And the watchman is very clear. He heard if he had a sound of something falling. Duta Jane is very clear in her evidence in court. She heard something fall. She went to the balcony and looked down and found it as Kamau was fallen. Where he fell, there was a cover for a sewage. And there was a padlock. When we arrived there almost immediately, we found blood around the padlock. So it is something very clear. Things that are plain, but people want to create mysteries around very, very plain issues. And the magistrate has observed that the people around the mother to Kamau are not helping her to heal. They are trying to put things into her mind to continue talking when she does not expect to achieve anything out of all those talks. So I can say this is an open and closed case. There was also the question of the metal rods that were found there. Very clearly, Jane Duta has said those were the metal rods that were being used to break the padlock. They were being used to hit the padlock because Jerry had locked the door, had left. So Kamau and Duta had no way of coming out. The police had no way of accessing Duta. So they went to the store. Somebody, the watchman, helped them to go to the store, and the watchman has testified in court. He went and got the two metal rods. He first got one, it was not able to break. He went for the other one, which was able to break the padlock, and they got access to Duta and got her. So these are issues that are very clear, very plain, very concise. They don't leave any room for doubt, but there are people who want to create doubt so that they can lay their hands on the estate of Marathoner Kamau Wanjiru. And we can tell them, without any fear of contradiction, that that estate has been vested to Teresa and her children, and it will remain that way.